Hi everyone, welcome to soulike.a. My name is Alison and thank you for joining me today. If you're catching up with my recent vlogs, you might notice that they're in a bit of a random order. So yesterday I shared the review of the Sewing Bee, the Modern Wardrobe book, and I recorded that whilst we were still on holiday. Today I'm going to do Hayley Jane unboxing, but I've been away, so I'm aware that a lot of people have unboxed, so I'm going to maybe chat through what I'm going to do with the fabric more than the contents of the whole box. And then there is another vlog that I've recorded that's going to come out with kind of what we got up to on holiday and what I was wearing, etc. And that's going to probably come out over the weekend on Sunday. But if you kind of think, why was she away? Now she's home, now she's away. I just wanted to explain the randomness of that order. We just got back this morning and I managed to rescue my Hayley Jane box from next door. So I'm sure that you're already aware there's been lots of vlogs shared. I said that I wasn't going to look, I was like this, but I wanted to have a look. I'm just too nosy to wait. So as you know, it is the theme of the Darling Buds of May. I'm not going to run through the booklet because lots of people have done that already. And you will have seen the fat quarters. I need some fat quarter ideas. I do love Tamlin's ideas, but I'm not really using these to the max. So if anybody's got any suggestions of what you would do with any of these, I would love it if you could drop that into the comments, because they're all absolutely beautiful. And I know there are things that I can make. I've mentioned before about making gifts and little bits of things, but yeah, let me know what you're doing with yours. I'm not a quilter, so I won't be making kind of a quilt or anything like that out of it. This beautiful ribbon is in there, which is just so pretty. You'll have seen that before, and that will definitely get used for something, maybe some ties for a bag or a drawstring waist or something that would be really pretty for. And obviously the navy thread that matches the fabric. I am rushing through the contents just because I know that everybody's already shared their boxes, which is absolutely grand because I was aware. I absolutely adore these patches from Little Rosy Cheeks. They're so perfect. Boxes, I hope it can pick those up okay. I'm sure that you've seen them already on other people's, but excuse the rustling while I open these and see if I can get you to see one on camera, because on the last, oh no, I can't tell you about that because that's on my next vlog, but there's some fabric on my next vlog that I'm making something out of, and I do think that I may well stick one of these on there. I just think they are so cute, so perfect. If you can remember David Jason in the Darling Buds of May, you will know that. And I'm going to have my lovely English breakfast tea bag this afternoon, and I love that. I'm quite recently become a tea drinker. So I got the strawberry colourway in the fabric. So I'm going to be honest, I always said I would continue to get these boxes until I started getting fabric that I didn't like. And when I saw the first share of this, I went, oh God, I don't like it. It's not me. What am I going to do with it? Will I swap it? What will I do? And then I think Rowan, the Yorkshire Soul Girl, was the next video I saw. And if you, I'm sure you've seen it, but it's a beautiful cotton poplin, 2.5 meters. And I've got to say, it looks lovely when I'm holding it up there. But when I opened the box, I did say to Carl, actually, it's nicer than I thought it was. And you might think this is bonkers, but because I've been a Slim World consultant for 15 years, like I eat, breathe, sleep, talk, food. And so the last thing I want to do really is wear it. So, and maybe that's just a personal thing, but I did think summer's coming, Darling Buds of May, and I could make it. It would definitely be a dress. I don't see myself in a pair of trousers in this, although I think it would make really nice trousers. But I think it would be some sort of dress that I'd probably make out of this. And I'm thinking something that would be quite maybe flowy. My patterns arrived. How fast is this for service? So these had already come through the letterbox. I think they arrived yesterday, which was Thursday, and I printed them up. No, I downloaded them on my Mac while I was away and sent them to Flamingo Prints electronically to be printed up. So that must have been Tuesday night, and they arrived through my letterbox yesterday. So these are the patterns that I've had printed in your coffee shop from Flamingo Prints. So the shirred dress is there, the strappy dress. I'm not going to go through them because I've shared that all on my last vlog, so you can check that out. But I'd already decided earlier in the year that the thing I was going to master this year would be shirring, and I know everybody's chatting about it at the moment from the Sewn Bee episode this week, and I'm definitely making that dress, but I need to master shirring. Now there's 2.5 meters of this, so in theory you probably need more fabric than that to make that dress. However, it is it's a midi dress, so I'm thinking I would want something for the summer that I could just pull on and be strapless sort of in the garden, and I wouldn't necessarily even want to have sleeves in it because I'm in the garden. I absolutely love that dress, and I will be making the Sewn Bee shade dress. I need to master shirring first though. But what I am thinking is there definitely would be enough of this to make sort of a rectangle top that I could then just share the top and then put a gathered skirt onto the bottom, and do maybe sort of just below the knee, something like that, that I could sit around in the sun and wear. Now I need to wash this. It is it's a cotton poplin, so it's a nice weight. I'm just not sure if it would share. I need to master it on some fabric. So if you think that it would or it wouldn't, would you drop some comments down below? You might be a master sharer and I'm absolutely not. I did set to one day probably last year and did about 6 goes and went, oh, that doesn't work. So I need to watch some YouTube tutorials. I need to go back to the Stitch Sisters because I did watch theirs, but I want to watch it again. I'm picking up on loads of tips on the Sewn Bee Facebook group that I'm on about how people do things. My necking machine is away for repair, so I've got my Brother LS14 out, which I'm less keen on sewn garments with now, just because I'm used to my computerized one, you know, hands not using my foot pedal if I don't want to, stop start, that all the gizmos of it. But I did think it might be worth me trying shirring in this machine just to see. They're both top bobbins, drop-in bobbins, just to see if I get any different result with this machine. So while my machine's away for service and repair, I thought I could do that with these, and I'll use some scrap fabrics. I might even use some bits of some fat quarters and things like that to just practice with. So any tips are very much appreciated. So that's one thought on this this fabric. I'm determined this month I'm not going to order any extra of it. So I do want to consider what I'm going to do and not rush into it. So this might be something that sort of sits around for, you know, a month or so before I do that, because I tend to go, oh, I know what I'm going to make. I rush into it and then I've not got enough fabric, or I make a mistake. And so the last couple of months I've ordered some extra fabric, which is great. It's fabulous that Hayley can help you out like that, but that's not what I'm wanting to do this month. So I do think that little dress, some sort of like little sundress, would be good. The other pattern that would be nice in this maybe is the, and I've not got the book to hand to show you, it's the shirred strappy dress from the Sewn Bee book, which I've shared. So that just has the little straps on, shirring here, shirring at the waist, and then sort of comes down to the knee. So a similar sort of effect, and I'm guessing there's probably enough fabric to do that out of, so that is another option. I did think about the McCall's, the one that's got all the 6s and 9s in that I can never remember, that everybody makes with the big sleeves, because I got that free download from Minerva, which is still kicking about if anybody wants that, and I've not made that before. So I did think about this, but there's not enough fabric to make that, I know that for sure. So that one isn't a to do with this one. So yeah, I'm just thinking about other things. So that's where I'm at the moment. Obviously they both include some shirring, and so I have said that I am going to nail it, and I am absolutely determined to nail it, so I'm not going to deviate from that. So there you go. So let me know what your thoughts are, what you're planning to make with your box. I have seen the cherry fabric, that looks so cute. I really like that, but I'm going to stick with my strawberries and I'm going to embrace them. and I do think that's part of the subscription box process, that, you know, that's what happened with this fabric in the last box. It wasn't necessarily a fabric, it's beautiful, but it wasn't something I would have gone into a fabric store and bought online. But I absolutely adore the dress that I made out of this. If you're thinking, well, why have you got some more there? It's because I did order some more of this, because if you can remember, I did the Davenport dress and I did the bottom tier and then this shorter tier. That was all I had enough fabric for, but I didn't like it. So I've took this off, and this will get used for something else. And then I ordered another metre to just put a longer ruffle around the bottom. So that could be my plan for this weekend with that, actually. I've got some of the fabric, which will be probably a little haul next week that I will share with you. But for today, I'm going to sign off. That could be a record, 11 minutes. So keep safe, be well, happy sewing, and see you soon.